Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Holy, holy, holy. Heard Isaiah in ecstatic mode, and the house was filled with smoke. That has been taken up by even the Christian liturgy, which still bears certain Judaic elements. We adore the great mystery that on this side we cannot fully penetrate. It would seem that way back, monks of old in the East heard this chant of the angels: Holy God, Holy Mighty One, Holy Immortal One, have mercy on us. That becomes a refrain in the Eastern liturgy, often heard and reheard, as the incense slowly rises and creates a suggestion of the Shekinah, the dwelling place of God, God among men in his own house. We, when we come into the house of the Lord, are coming into that dense, angel-filled, mysterious place. We need to do as Moses did, spiritually, taking off what we have brought with us, the shoes, for the ground on which we stand is holy ground. That would include access to a mobile phone, access to another human being for human chit-chat, concentrating on the presence and available unto him. One time, while still a Protestant, I wandered into the Catholic church that wasn't too far from our house in Cardiff, and I felt this was different. And then eventually I went back for the High Mass of the Sunday morning, and this was something else. That wasn't wordy, it was just presence, picked up, and one was helped to pick it up by the suggestion that the physical provides. A whole language of mystery. And actually, I understood better without having to understand than if I had understood every word. Even a sacred language helps. Actually, I had enough Latin to have some idea of what was going on, and when the priest was chanting as he turned to face the altar again, Oremus, I knew that that meant what it said. And he was certainly praying, for his whole bearing was that of humility before majesty, and he was facing that majesty, not us. If it's not broken, we do well not to fix it. That I found again years later at the abbey where eventually I was ordained in Italy. By then it was the present rite, but we had kept the Latin, and we were still facing east. It just worked. And people came to us, and the effect upon them was the same as the effect upon me when I was 13. Indeed, one young man who had not long been ordained came in and was so struck by the atmosphere in the church that he heard, as it were, in him a word, "This is my home." And he's still in the community, although the community has gone to France now. We do well to realize that the best evangelizer of all is the creation of a locus where man and God can meet, and where Jesus himself can be the evangelizer, as he was from the boat on the Sea of Galilee, when he called. And he called them not to be experts at fishing, but to be experts at fishing souls, the supreme work of the Christian. Whatever work we do, it cannot be compared to that of the salvation of souls. We do well as we hear the voice of the Lord coming from the Sea of Galilee, and also coming from the temple itself, to ask, "Lord, what wilt thou have me to do?" And to reply simply like Isaiah, "Here I am, send me." Corpus natum de Maria Virgine, venire possum immolatum in cruce promini, cuius lotus perforatum proximitas quae sanguine, est tu nobis primus datum